dad just wants me to be happy. At the end of the day, all he says is, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. It's such a funny story. You know, back in the day, it's like you meet people through others, but with COVID and everything, I felt like the only way you could really genuinely meet people is through a dating app. And so I met him on the dating app called Raya, and we went on a date. We, were hanging out for a couple of months, and I was like, oh my God, I think I really like this person. And moved in together during COVID. We now have a beautiful house together with our dogs. And then got engaged December 9th, in Palm Springs. So we did it. We officially did it. Oh man, yes. So my dad, he's always working and he's always traveling, mostly in Europe. So he came back in town just for Thanksgiving, just for 1 week. He's like, I haven't seen you in like a year. I want to come see you. So he came out for that week. And during that time, we had the whole family here at our house. And they were outside for like a good 45 minutes. And nobody would let me go out there. I'm like, why can't I go talk? Like, Dad's talking to Madison. They never really get to hang out. And I guess that's when Madison asked for my hand in marriage. I have started a Pinterest and I have everything kind of aligned into what I want, but I feel like it's just so crazy this year. There's just so much going on that I haven't set a date yet, but we do know that we want to get married in Lake Tahoe, be like in the nature by the lake. So we're aiming probably, end of next year. He just wants me to be happy. At the end of the day, all he says is, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. He definitely did say during that 45-minute talk, you break her heart though. Things are definitely going to change and I will come after you. But yeah, he just wants me to be happy and he trusts my judgment. So yeah, he's happy about it. I've done reality before. It's its own beast, but I think I kind of grew up with cameras all the time. So for me, it's one of those things that I'm used to being around cameras. I'm more myself when there's a camera around. I mean, it's just, this experience was something so different. I love animals. I love helping people. So kind of putting those two together and getting to go spend the summer where you had a purpose, it was to come here and help Saddleback Ranch. I was like, you know what? Why not? And my dad was like, you're going to be just great, Tay. Just be yourself, enjoy it. And, life is short. So go there with a purpose, get your hands dirty, and you're never going to forget this experience. Yeah, the same as Jazz, dude. It was just like, go have fun. You live once, don't take things too seriously. Like, go enjoy yourself, meet some cool people, and actually go with a purpose, right? Help the ranch get back on its feet. And he knows I love animals. He knows I love meeting people, and I'm all about experiences. So when we got asked to do a show like this, I was like, well, what's the purpose? Like, is there a reason? I don't want to just do a show to do a show. And once they told me kind of the premise, I was like, oh, hands down, I'm ready to do it. It sounds awesome. Yes. So my dad's right now in Germany. So I sent him, we get like a little Dropbox link, so he could actually watch it. And he loves it. He thinks it's hilarious. And I was really nervous for him to see it. I'm not going to lie. Just because, he's so old school. He's like this, old Hollywood type energy. And so for him, reality is just not his favorite thing. But I think for him, it was seeing me on the show. He's like, you're so poised and you're so you, that it made him really intrigued and wanting to watch it. And to be honest, he loved every person that's on the show. He felt like everyone had a great story. Everyone's parents he knows or knows of. And so I feel like for him, he's just more excited. Like last week, he couldn't watch it. He's like, where's the link? You haven't sent me the link. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. He's like, I'm sitting over here and begging to see it. So he loves it. And I couldn't be more happy about that. I would say Knight Rider. It's such a classic, and even though it's not on TV now, and it was like way back when, I think my whole life everyone was always just like, dude, your dad, like I was raised with him, kind of being like iconic father figure to me, and he was the guy that I wanted to be. So one day I just sat at home with one of my girlfriends and we just binge watched it all, and I was like, Dad, this show is legendary. Like, I love this show so much. So yeah, and it's cool seeing my dad so young with like his big afro and his cool like aviator glasses. So I definitely see a lot of myself in my dad. So while I was watching it, like every little smirk or anything that he did, I was like, that looks just like me. So yeah, I would always say like Knight Rider. I absolutely have, and it's funny, it's running all the time on USA. So I always like to have background noise whenever I wake up. So I turn on like all the TVs or I put music on, and he just randomly is on TV. And it was so funny because the other day, I was on TV as like a little 3-year-old, like running on the beach with my dad. Madison's like, is that you on TV right now? I'm like, oh my God, I even forgot about that episode. So I've definitely seen them all. I mean, it was 11 years though, so I don't know if I've seen every one of them, but I've seen a good amount. So my dad, obviously, he's been doing acting since he was little, and my mom, she does acting, my sister does acting, but for me, I think growing up in it, that was kind of enough for me. I loved being around it. But I never kind of wanted to be in the acting world. I love like musical theater and I love singing. Me and my sister, we were a pop duo for a while, so that was really fun. But for me, I love helping people, and I got into real estate probably like 6 years ago, and I fell in love with it. I mean, it's just like you're helping people, you get to be around totally different types of people every day, and they become like your family, at the end of the day. So I fell in love with the industry. I fell in love with getting to help people, be around people. I'm a businesswoman at heart, and if I can get the craziness in the entertainment business for my parents, I think that's enough for me. I think growing up, everyone always thinks you're going to be a certain way. And I've gotten so much in my life where like, oh my God, I really wanted to hate you, but like, you're so nice and you're so down to earth and you're not what I expected you to be like. And I mean, this has happened when, you go to sleepaway camp or you're meeting people for the first time and you can tell they're a little standoffish. And it's just like, once they talk to you for a little bit and you kind of crack the code, they're like, wow, you're just like not what I expected. So I feel like we all kind of have that stigma that you kind of have to fight through, which is unfortunate, but I guess it just comes with the territory. I feel like probably like the caring, down to earth side. I think me and Jasmine are very similar in this. Like, we just want peace and love and just want everyone to like be happy. And I think you kind of get caught up in like the last name of like, oh, they have all this and the rich and the famous and all that. But it's like, I want people to kind of see like, no, I mean, we're just like everybody else. And, we work really, really hard. And I think that's another thing that, Jasmine was saying is like, I wake up in the morning, like 5 a.m., you hit the gym and it's nonstop. Like, work does not end, and I thrive on working. And I think I would love people to kind of see that aspect of like, no, we put in the work and we did it ourselves. And it'll be cool for the audience to see that.